Hey everyone, welcome to Empowerment in Illness. I am your host, Gwen. I am so excited to kick off another year with you. Let's dive into something truly inspiring today, the power of storytelling. Now, when I say storytelling, what comes to mind? Maybe you think of books, movies, or even bedtime stories you heard as a kid. But storytelling is so much more than that. It's how we make sense of our experiences, how we connect with others, and how we create change in the world around us. Here's the thing. When you're living with a chronic illness or an autoimmune disease, your story becomes a big part of who you are. The ups, the downs, the triumphs, and the struggles. It's all part of this incredible journey. And sharing that journey, that's where the magic happens. Storytelling has this amazing ability to transform lives, not just for the person telling the story, but also for the people hearing it. It can educate, it can inspire, and it can heal. And today, we're going to talk about how powerful that can be in the chronic illness community. We'll look at why sharing your story matters, how it can help you heal emotionally, and how it can even bring awareness to the challenges we face every day. Plus, we'll dive into the role of social media in amplifying these stories. Because let's face it, platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook aren't just for funny cat videos or dance trends anymore. They've become a megaphone for change. So whether you've been sharing your journey for years or you've never told a soul what it's like to live with your condition, this episode is for you. Let's explore how storytelling can empower us, connect us, and remind us that we're never alone. So let's talk about the power of storytelling. Let me ask you, how many of you spend time on social media, scrolling through videos, reading posts, or maybe even creating your own content? These platforms have become such a big part of our daily lives. Whether we're looking for a little entertainment, trying to make a name for ourselves, or even building wealth, social media plays a huge role in how we connect with the world. But it's not just about entertainment or going viral. Social media is also this incredible tool for bringing awareness to important causes. And people living with chronic illnesses and autoimmune diseases, we're no exception. In fact, we're leading some of the most powerful conversations online. Think about it. How many times have you come across a post where someone shares their journey with the diagnosis, or they broke down what it's like to live with the condition most people don't understand? Those posts can be eye-opening, right? They educate, they inspire, and most importantly, they connect people. For so many of us, social media has become a lifeline. It's where we find community and support, where we can vent on a tough day or celebrate the small wins that might go unnoticed by others. And here's the thing. When we share our stories online, we're not just talking to people who already understand. We're reaching people who might not have any idea what it's like to live with a chronic illness. That's how awareness grows. That's how understanding starts. And it's not just about awareness. It's about action too. Social media gives us the chance to raise money for medical bills or equipment, advocate for policy changes, or share resources that make a difference. It's amazing to see how a single post or a video can go viral and make an impact globally. Now I know there's another side to this. Sharing your story online can make you feel vulnerable. Putting yourself out there, especially when it comes to something as personal as your health, can be scary. But it can also be empowering. It gives you control of your narrative and let you define what your journey looks like, on your own terms. This podcast is therapy for me. Every time I sit down to share my experiences or bring on a guest to share theirs, it feels like I'm adding another thread to this big tapestry of voices saying, we're in this together. And that's powerful. Knowing that our stories, no matter how messy or painful, are part of something bigger, it gives me purpose. I've been lucky enough to hear from some of you through comments or conversations. You remind me every day how much we all need these connections. It's not just about the advice or the tips. It's the comfort of knowing someone truly gets it. But I'll be honest, it's not always easy. There are moments that are deeply painful, like when someone in our community loses the battle with their illness. That kind of loss hits hard. It's a reminder of the harsh realities we face, but it also shows the strength of this community, the embrace, the love, the support. It's unwavering. Even in loss, we come together to hold each other up. During my own journey with lupus, I've lost many friends who've shaped my life in ways I'll never forget. And while it's heartbreaking, there's healing in seeing the resilience of others, people who are thriving despite the odds. Hearing their stories remind me that life doesn't stop with the diagnosis. It evolves. It's still full of moments of joy, success, and meaning. That's what keeps me going. The balance between honoring the struggles and celebrating the victories. Every story shared here is a piece of that balance. It's a reminder to all of us that even when things feel dark, there's light in connection and hope in shared experiences. This podcast is more than just episodes. It's a space where healing happens, where voices are heard, and where we all remember that we're never alone in this journey. It's important to remember that storytelling isn't about having the perfect words or creating some flawless narrative. It's about being real and honest. Your story, just as it is, has the power to connect with someone else in a way you might not even realize. Sometimes, the simplest, rawest moments are the ones that resonate the most. If the idea of sharing feels overwhelming right now, that's okay. You don't have to dive in head first. Maybe this is your time to listen instead. Listening is such an important part of the storytelling process. By hearing other people's journey, you not only learn, but also find the courage and inspiration to share your own when the time is right. And when you're ready to start sharing, begin small. Maybe it's jotting down your thoughts in a journal or talking to a close friend. For some, social media can be a great outlet. It doesn't have to be a public post. You can start by joining a live or commenting on someone else's story. The key is to take the first step in a way that feels comfortable and authentic to you. If you're ready to share more publicly, think about what makes sense for you. Do you enjoy writing? Start a blog. Are you more comfortable speaking? Maybe consider starting a podcast or sharing short stories on TikTok or Instagram. There are so many platforms out there, and each one offers a unique way to connect with others. And remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Sharing your story is a process, not a race. Start with one piece of your journey, something small but meaningful. Over time, as you grow more comfortable, you can share more. The important thing is to be kind to yourself in the process. Lastly, if you choose to listen, know that it's just as valuable as sharing. By supporting others and learning from their experiences, you're contributing to a community of connection, compassion, and understanding. Sometimes listening is exactly what someone needs to feel seen and heard. So, wherever you are on this journey, whether you're listening, sharing, or just starting to think about it, know that your voice matters, your present matters, and your story matters. Before we leave, I would like to close with a special portion of the show I call Healing Heartbeats. This is where we allow ourselves to wallow in sorrow. Give yourself 3 minutes to laugh, cry, scream, cuss, or just sit in silence. Whatever you need to do to feel it, do it. Let the depression in for only 3 minutes. Once you've reached 3 minutes, compartmentalize it and get back to living. This is a rinse and repeat behavior. You cannot let depression take over because when it does, it will not let go. When we hear about the passing of someone, they have the day they were born and the day they pass away. There is a dash in the middle. It's not a long line, but a short dash. That dash represents your life. Go live in spite of having a chronic condition. Don't let it stop you. So here's my challenge for you as we step into this new year. Take a moment to think about your story. What were the challenges you faced this past year? Maybe it was navigating a tough diagnosis, dealing with a flare-up, or finding a way to balance your health with the rest of your life. Whatever it was, acknowledge it. Those challenges are a part of your journey, but they don't define you. Now think about what you've learned. Maybe you discovered a new way to manage your symptoms or found strength you didn't know you had. Perhaps you've learned the importance of setting boundaries, prioritizing your well-being, or asking for help when you need it. Take a moment to reflect on those lessons and how they've shaped you. And finally, ask yourself, what are you looking for in 2025? Is it connection, growth, a sense of peace? Maybe it's simply the courage to take things one day at a time. Whatever it is, keep that in your heart as we move forward together. Your story is still being written, and that's such a beautiful thing. Whether you choose to share it with others or keep it close, remember that it has value. It's a testament to your resilience, your strength, and your humanity. As we move through this year, I hope you find moments of joy, connection, and hope in unexpected places. I hope you find inspiration in the stories you hear and the courage to keep sharing your own. Together, we can create a world where no one feels alone in their journey with chronic illness or autoimmune disease. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for being a part of this incredible community. I can't wait to see what 2025 has in store for all of us. Until next time, take care of yourselves and keep sharing your light. Remember, you have the strength, the heart, and the support to continue your journey. Be safe.